Okay, attempt 3. Hi guys, my name is NaturallyRoro, excuse me. If you're new, stopping by, what have you, I make natural hair videos documenting my hair journey. But as you have seen, or if you haven't seen, I haven't did much in the past couple of years because I'm on a school journey right now too, and I would get more into that in the future when I'm like close to finishing. But anyway, I wanted to come on here today to update you guys. I'm trying to do that at least once in a while just to be present. But yeah, I wanted to update you guys on my hair. I know the last time I updated you was in January, and that was very like sporadic. I didn't even give that video title now that I think about it, but I'm just gonna say it. I had another setback again. Yes. And I don't want to say how some people who've had setbacks lately blame it on COVID, but I had a setback due to COVID. So, yeah. I'm recording right now on my phone, and I'm actually I'm recording straight off of the YouTube app. So I'm not doing any type of fancy editing. I'm not even gonna transfer this to my computer or whatever. I'm just gonna publish this right after. So I won't add any pictures. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna show you pictures, but I'll just explain verbally what happened. So back in March, that's when the whole lockdown started, and we had to go into quarantine. I saw that I saw people were like doing yarn braids, right? And when I saw that, one of the YouTubers who I really admire and follow, I saw that she did it for the first time on her hair and her children's hair, and she had, no, she didn't do it on her hair, but she did it on her girl's hair, and she had like no problem. Like the experience was great. And when I realized that we were going in lockdown, I was like, oh, let me try that out then. Maybe that might be my like summer thing. I don't know. So for those who don't know, I since I've been on my hair journey, I had stayed away from any type of like extensions, braids, cornrow styles, dealing with human hair, synthetic hair. I kind of avoided it like the plague almost. So yeah, I never really experimented with it throughout my whole hair journey in the past 10 years. But like I said, when I saw that one of my favorite YouTubers had tried it, I thought, okay, let me try the yarn method. I did some research, and other people said that they liked it more, or they like it just as much as like human hair, synthetic hair, but they found that it holds on to moisture longer, so like their hair would retain more moisture better with the yarn than with like the other type of material you would use. So I was like, all right, win-win. Then I saw someone said that they wore it out for like 3 months. And I was like, oh, even better. So May comes and I install it. Like I get the yarn from Michael's and I put it in my hair and my girl's hair, because I was like, I don't want to deal with anyone's hair at all. Anyone's hair. And I had it in for like basically the whole summer, from May up until the beginning of August. Yes. The only problem was I didn't do anything to my hair. Literally, I said I didn't want to be in anyone's head. I really took that seriously, and I'm not like, I'm serious. I didn't do anything. I did not wash my scalp. I know. I did not spray my hair. I did not put oil on I didn't do nothing. I did not do not. I like completely neglected myself. My girls, on the other hand, they were good. They went to the pool. They came home. They would wash their hair in the shower. They did the whole works because their hair is braided up. You know, they don't really need much help. They don't need to detangle anything. So yeah, so their hair constantly got wet and, you know, was moisturized. But me, no. Even when I was in the shower, I didn't even like let the water touch my hair. I don't know. I was just on something. I don't know. I was on something. I was like afraid that, oh, I might mess up the roots or something like that. I don't know. Long story short, guys, when I take this stuff out, I was expecting to see a lot of shedding because normally my hair sheds like probably like this, like a golf size amount, a golf ball size amount every week. Like every time I wash my hair, that's the amount of hair I would get out. So I was like, all right, that times how many weeks is in 3 months? I'm expecting to see quite a bit. So I did. I didn't take any pictures of the shedding, but it was like a good ball like this. Now, after that, I proceeded to my regular hair routine, washing it once a week, stretching it out, blah, blah, blah. As I'm doing it, and I also took my girls' hairs out as well. Of course, they didn't get as much shedding either, because I find like when the younger you are, the less shedding you have. And I think that's because your body's just holding on to more of the minerals and vitamins and all that because you're still young and growing. So they don't get as much shedding as I do. But I digress. Yeah, as the weeks are going and I'm doing my hair routine, I had incorporated using these. These are Afri threaders, and if you haven't heard of them yet, you need to invest in them because these are the best things since sliced bread. I'm not exaggerating. I got this during the lockdown. I ordered it like before the lockdown, but I ended up not getting it until like the midst of it because of, you know, shipment and everything like that. But anyway, these basically mimic the African threading method without you using the actual thread and doing it yourself. So you basically section your hair like in 6 sections, and then you tie it in with like this is a scrunchie, and then you wrap your hair in each of these sections and clamp it. So make sure your hair is detangled and make sure, like, you know, the hair is taut and stretched when you're putting it in. So you basically wrap it around, wrap it down until you're done, and then that's it. And then it'll air dry, and when you take it out, it's almost like blown out results. I'm not exaggerating. It's really good. It's so good I bought another pack because my girls have more hair than I, and I need it. But anyway, I'm using these in my hair, and I'm using these in my children's hair, and I just noticed that my hair, like, it's just not as thick as theirs. And I think I used these before I put in the yarn. So I remembered how it was thicker before. Yes, I used these before I put in the yarn because I used this to stretch my hair. Instead of blow drying it, I used these, and it gave me perfect results. So that was, you know, a hint to me. That was like the first hint. And then like I'm looking at my hair when it's stretched, and even when it's shrunken, and I'm just like, something's off. So I finally decide to take some pictures. And when I take the pictures, guys, that's when I realize, oh snap, I got breakage. Crap. And this is like in October when I finally realized it. So like I took them out in August, didn't really pay attention, didn't notice. September comes, I think I'm beginning to notice. But it wasn't until October where I really realized, oh snap, I had breakage. Oh, so I started to do more research just to make sure it's not in my mind. And I went back to like my old, because I haven't been taking a lot of pictures this year, which is, you know, so that's something I need to work on. But I haven't been taking a lot of pictures this year, so I looked back at previous years, you know, 2019, 2018, and even went back to the picture and the video of when I flat ironed my hair. That was 2 Decembers ago, and I saw, like, when I blew my hair out, how full it was. And when I had the Afri threaders in my hair, I saw how limp it looked. So I decided, I'm like, you know what, just to be sure, blow out your hair and see what's going on. So I blow out my hair and I saw what was going on. And I saw how around here was full, but as soon as I got to like here, that's when I could like see through my ends. And once I saw that, I was like, yep, I got breakage. There's nothing else around it. Rolanda, you got it. You done messed up yourself again. Don't say that. You got another setback. So yeah. Let me see. Maybe I'll like show you a picture from my iPad. But yeah, it was pretty, I don't know. I wasn't as like, okay. If you can see, this is 2018 in December when I blew up my hair to start straightening it. So you see how full it is there, right? Now, this is what it looked like if I can get back. Sorry, as you can see, this is not properly planned at all. Okay, I thought it didn't transfer on my iPad for whatever reason. But if you can see my hair here, you see how like lifeless, especially like the ends are. Do I have another picture? Yeah. I had a better picture, but it's on my phone and I'm recording on my phone, so I can't pull it up for you guys. But yeah, it was enough to, okay, and this is my hair when I rinsed out conditioner. So you can see like it's very thin at the bottom. You see that? Yeah, nonsense. Right. So yeah, once I made that that discovery, I said to myself, you know, I'm not gonna hold on to these straggly ends for what? You know, let me just chop it off and start all over again. You know, I really don't know how much I gotta chop off, but I know I gotta chop off some. You know, quite a bit. So I just brainstormed it, and then I thought, I'm like, I really don't want to do this myself. I want to be pampered for one, and I want someone else who knows what they're doing to like really go through my hair and do it for me. So I researched it and I looked, not researched, but I just brainstormed to think, okay, who do I know who's a professional that I would trust to be in my hair? And I had a few people in mind, and I ended up consulting a friend of mine I went to high school with. She's already working in the area. She's local to me. She's close to me. And, you know, we have a relationship. So I hit her up and she told me to come in. She actually works at a nearby Ulta. So I went over there and we did it. You know, and she followed my journey for a long time. Like, she's like, oh, Milana, I know your hair is long and thick, so let me see what you're talking about. And when she saw it, she was like, oh, Ro, what happened? But with that, though, it was kind of interesting because when I first came in and told her, like, the whole rundown, when I was telling her it was around the whole COVID time, her and her co-worker, they were nervous that, you know, maybe my hair is falling out due to COVID, because they said they had quite a bit of clients who had came in with major hair loss, like clumps and clumps of hair coming out. And, you know, they were worried that that was probably like my case as well. And I said, I'm like, I don't think so, because it's not like it's coming from my scalp. I can see like the part where it's just like thin, but I didn't really explain it that well. So when she like went and started shampooing, conditioning my hair, she saw that my scalp was perfectly fine. It was completely healthy, and that the hair loss wasn't coming from there. It was actually just breakage. And I was like, I figured, because, you know, my girls, their hair was fine. When I took out the braids, the yarn out of their hair, it was like nothing happened. You know, it was me that's, you know, me, it was just a whole nother story. And I know it's because I did not moisturize it, you know. So yeah, so she shampoo, conditioned, she blew it out, and then she pressed like the roots to get you know, stretch it out as much as possible so she can see where everything lies. And I don't know if the picture is on here. Oh, it is. Good. So here's a picture of what it looks like, or what it looks like. So you can see, I should have stood up because I'm sitting in the chair, so I don't really know where this falls. But you clearly see where it is. Here it is from the side. Okay. And this is how much she chopped off. I asked her if I could keep it. She said, of course, it's your hair. And then this is it after. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I'll show you right now. I just tied it up and put it away. But guys, I am back to, I think, armpit length. Yeah, I'm back to armpit length, I think. Is it? This is armpit length? Okay. Yeah. Let me turn around. So this is where it stops, right here. My bra is like down here. So, but I'm proud of myself, honestly, because I was very mature about the whole thing. You know, I said, okay, I know I messed up. You know, we make mistakes, we move on, we learn from them. Go ahead. I even like pulled my hair down to have an idea of how much she would have to cut, because I like measured it myself, like, okay, this is where the nonsense starts and this is where the full part of my hair is, and it was pretty much where she cut it. So when she, I was like, how much you think you gotta cut off? Like 9 inches? She was like, I don't think that much. She actually cut off 8 inches because I measured it when I came home. But like I said, I was already prepared. And she was shocked too. She was like, you know, we don't have to do. I'm like, no, go ahead. I had enough time to think about this, so you know, that just made it easier on her part. But this just goes to show you. Like, when experience is the best teacher. Because I know from plenty of research and experience that water is like the key to our hair health. If you don't water your plants is gonna die and break. Same thing with your hair. You know, and I know that, but for some reason I don't know. You know, this just goes to show you how much that is important. Because it wasn't like I was doing anything else. My health wasn't in any other state. I wasn't sick. I did not change my diet. So, you know, it wasn't that. Yes.
Whose are these?
I think it's Amara's.
What?
Just look at the size. Just look at the size.
Okay.
This is a 2.5. This is...
I can't know where it is.
It's in the tongue of the shoe. This is a 3. So Amara would be wearing these. And this is a 2. Amara would be wearing these.
Huh?
Didn't you just get some shoes?
Yes.
What do you mean? You're going to get shoes again as well.
Oh,
All right.
those are Amira's?
I'm not answering that question again. And if she don't wear it, you'll wear it eventually.
Thank you.
All right, later.
Bye,
Harry. Close my door. Thank you. Oh, I don't want to record this again. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not that bent out of shape because, like, I know what to do to grow back. You know, if anything, this is a nice fresh start because I now can properly measure my hair. Because I'll be honest, like, I thought I knew how much my hair grew a month, but there's still a part of me that I didn't know. So now I'll be able to properly see it. Yeah, like there were still things about my hair that I wasn't too sure about. And because I'm like so busy and I don't have like the free time that I used to really dedicate to my hair the way I used to, you know, I'm just kind of like winging it sometime. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense, but yeah, I'm gonna use this opportunity just to regroup. I'm gonna keep up my regimen. The only thing that I will change is I'm going to incorporate trimming my ends more frequently. Like before, I would just do the search and destroy method, which is great, but I feel like maybe on a quarterly, like every 3 months or every 4 months, or maybe even twice a year, just to give it, you know, stretch it out good. Not necessarily with heat, but just stretch it out and just see where the thinning begins, and you know, just trim that off myself. Or I might even go back to Ulta and get it done, because my friend, unfortunately, she's moving. It's so funny, she's been doing hair all these years, and I've been thinking about her to do my hair one of these days, and when I finally get around to it, she's moving out of town, moving out of state. But she did recommend me to one of her co-workers who she's close with, and if I go that route, you know, I'll deal with her. But regardless, if I go to a professional, I'm planning on doing that myself, because I had said it to my other friend who's a former cosmetologist herself. She was like, she's wondering if this was a subconscious thing I did, because it just didn't make sense to her when I told her this story. And I'm like, listen, I know, and I know, but I knew better, but for whatever reason, you know, this happened. And she was like, well, I'm wondering if you subconsciously wanted to change, or she said something to that effect. And she also mentioned, like, you know, maybe because I will say, you had like, you would hoard, you have like this habit of hoarding your ends. And at first I was like, but then, you know, I just was being open to what she was saying. And from her point of view as a cosmetologist, former cosmetologist, you know, she's saying it's just maintain your ends better. But I mean, I will say though, prior to doing the yarn braids, my ends did not look like what I showed you. You know, they were fine, they were full. I had like the tapered thing going on, but it wasn't like that. Yeah, it wasn't like that. But yeah, just moving forward, that's what I plan to do. And I've started. I even started with my children. Like, I did their hair the other day, I blew it out, and you know, I trimmed off, I think, an eighth or maybe a quarter of an inch. So, you know, just trying to practice better hair habits and not neglect, because that was the lesson I learned from this experience, was neglecting yourself. Neglection period doesn't do you anything. And it wasn't even like I had other better things to do. I just really was being lazy. I wasn't even in class. Like, the semester was over. You know, summertime was coming. I wasn't going to take any summer classes or whatever. I just was being so lazy. Yeah, so this time around will be better. And also, now that I'm in school and I'm going to get more deeper in school, that will kind of be my distraction as well. So I won't really be in my hair, or, you know, see, like, I won't be so worked up on, oh, is it growing, because yes, hair retaining length is still a goal for me. I still have goals that I'm trying to reach, but of course hair health is way more important. So you know, I'm not just saying I want to have long hair. I want to have healthy hair. You know, healthy and long hair. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys that update, quick update. I don't know when you'll see me again. Yeah, it might be another year or 8 months or whatever. Or maybe it'll be 3 months from now, you know, when I decide to like do a maintenance trim or something. But yeah. So the moral of the story, guys, don't neglect your hair. Water your hair like you water your plants. And if you don't have a green thumb, water your hair at least twice a week in between wash days. Alright, so if you have any questions or whatever, or you want to share a similar experience, or your hair journey is going great for you, leave in the comment box below. I like to read stuff like that. I'll try to be better on responding to your questions or comments if you do send anything. And yeah, I think I touched on everything. All right, take care, guys, and happy holidays.